Hello, it is time for another quick tip of the day from Chasing Whimsy. One of the things I have done to help make my workflow go faster is I've created a layered Photoshop file that has commonly used items, things that I use in a lot of my images or almost every image. So rather than recreating them every time, I have put them all into this one file where each of these items is on their own layer. So the rays, for example, there, the sunbeams are on their own layer. This pixie here, she's on her own layer. So I can actually just drag each of these layers into a new image when I'm working on them, and then I can make adjustments from there. This pixie, by the way, is from a lady by the name of Obsidian Dawn, who's from DeviantArt. She also has her own website, which I will put a link to for you. She has some great stuff for fairies, such as these pixie brushes. She has sparkle. She has some really nice wings. If you want to just use a stamped-on wing, they're very pretty and delicate. I really like her stuff. And her commercial licenses are only $3 for her brushes, so it makes it very reasonable to purchase her things, and they're very nice to use. This pixie, this is the glow on her is another lens flare that I just added under the layer. I just really like the way that I had made the sparkles work on this one. This is just some sparkle brushes. I don't know if they were hers or just dots that I put on myself with a scatter. Different opacities, put some outer glow on them. I just really liked the way they trailed down, and so rather than trying to recreate that every time, I put them in this file so I have them, and then I can adjust them once I have them dragged into a new image, so it's not exactly identical for every picture. The fireflies, for instance, are on their own group, and they were created out of lens flares that I made very, very small. And as you can see down here in the fireflies group, they are all on their own layers. So if you see, here's the top left one, this guy right here. I can turn it on and off, so I could move that around to different places. So what I would do is just drag that whole group in, and then I could move them, adjust the size either of the whole group or individual ones. So they're not the same in every image, but at least it gives me my point with the different sizes, and I can just go from there, and it makes it a whole lot faster than trying to make those every time. The butterflies up here, I did some color corrections on them to get them the way I wanted them, and they work well in a lot of images, so I saved them all in their own group, and each butterfly is individual, and the adjustments I made to them are also included in there, so I can further adjust them to suit whatever image they are in. So if you were going to actually use this in a file, you would just drag it into its own window. You would have the file that you're working on here, and then if it was the rays, for example, that you were bringing in, you would just drag that later into your image and then adjust it from there. Once you have created this file with your commonly used items, if you're then working on an image and you create something new that you think, ooh, that's really cool, and I might want to use that again, you can then drag those layers into this PSD file, and then you have that added to your little file in its own layer to be able to use again. So it's just a really cool way to organize things you use a lot. So that is your quick tip of the day.